Hi everyone, this is Lily and we are having a look at unconscious mind thought manifestations. If you're listening to this video interview and you have not yet listened to the conscious mind thought manifestations and subconscious mind thought manifestation examples, we strongly suggest do so for perspective and context in relation to points that might be mentioned within this video interview. Now, unconscious mind thoughts emerge in the form of physically changed behavior, wherein in a moment, seemingly suddenly and unexpectedly, you will change your actual physical stance and mannerism and form and shape. We have communicated about the conscious mind thoughts being that constant, continuous, non-stop mind chatter, like these thought patterns that's just running on automatic circulation. Your subconscious mind thought manifestations as your basic platform personality manifestations and experiences of your backchat and internal conversations that is actually articulated, meaning having a real conversation with yourself together with the reaction of emotion and feeling, and then your unconscious mind, where is the actual behavioral change that occur. So with the example that we utilized within the previous two interviews explaining the conscious and subconscious mind, let's also take it through into the unconscious mind, where we use the example of meeting someone for the first time, not yet interacting with them or even communicating with them or getting to know them, but immediately relating them to someone within one's past. We utilized the context of the example of experiencing jealousy, competition, comparison, wherein one's conscious mind have all these various thoughts that start first coming up, taking one into all sorts of directions about how this person might be or is or could be, based on simply what one is first immediately directly seeing. So you'll have these various thoughts popping up. Then it'll progress into your subconscious mind, where you've now activated a personality based on all those thoughts, and that personality that activated is in relation to that past friend to which one is now relating this new person, and one is actually having an internal conversation. This person might be like this because they're exactly like this and that, and how can I assert myself to make sure that I don't again get hurt, or this person is going to hurt me. It's like actual sentences that come up as your back chat. And then within that, obviously, your reactions of the fear, the anger, the anxiety, it starts emerging. Then from previously being like comfortable and okay in your body will suddenly become very rigid, hard. Your breathing, even your heart rate will start changing. Your eyes will start widening, for example. You will try and push out your chest more or stand up straight more to take yourself in a position of protection and defense, because this person might be someone that could hurt or harm or influence you like your past friend did, and you don't want history to repeat itself. I'm fascinating how this whole experience is activated by simply thoughts. Conscious mind, subconscious mind, unconscious mind interplaying within a moment, interacting to generate, create, manifest a total self-experience towards another person based on maybe 1 or 3 points of external separate observation. And if one have a look at the extent to which we do this with everything and everyone in our world and our reality, how we actually then shape and create and program a total internal world from an energy, thought, mind perspective, and walking throughout our lives in that experience, completely limiting our interaction, our participation, our walking with and as others within this world and this reality, because of we ourselves not sorting out our own past. Because what will be most prominent within one's process of walking through the conscious, subconscious, and unconscious mind is that you'll see, realize, and understand how everything relates to origins and sources from within oneself in relation to one's past experiences, points, people that one has faced that has not been dealt with, not been directed, not been sorted out within self. And one will then constantly try and face self through others within one's world and one's reality, wherein one's past issues will be superimposed on others as one continue walking in one's world and one's reality. And that's how we always regenerate, repattern, recreate our own past within ourselves. And furthermore, within that, we never give ourselves the opportunity to do some introspection and self-investigation, to start seeing, realizing, and understanding that it is never actually really the new people or the people that come into our world that in any way whatsoever is to blame or responsible for how we are deciding to interact with them. It is in fact our own past. So the basis on which the unconscious, subconscious, and conscious mind is constructed and built is past. And obviously it is personified and tweaked and updated and re-encoded and reprogrammed with current time events, situations, and experiences. But everything is literally layered in layers within your human physical body. If you have like an interdimensional physical view of the mind consciousness system, it is myriad and innumerable amounts of layers and layers and layers, which is like time that's manifested within your human physical body. And each one of those layers, it's like, is a total time lapse that happened within your life, where you had a certain experiences for a year, for example, that then layers into your body. It's like the same as the rings that you'll see within a tree, the layers and rings of time of all the years that's accumulated. And from that, the mind consciousness system draw to construct and create and manifest your total unconscious, subconscious, and conscious mind systems, like your personalities, your relationship networks, your alternate dimensional realities, your future projections, your past desires, wants, and needs, your relationships, your family. I mean, everything has become an internal mind reality where we in no way really interact in actual real physical reality. I mean, every person can just now have a look at how many people they've met in their world and reality and not given them an opportunity or chance to actually get to know them as who they are, just because of this whole interaction with thoughts of the conscious, subconscious, and unconscious mind. And within that, also demonstrating how we can then question of whether we are really in fact getting to know ourselves, because everything that's layered and accumulated within ourselves is memories, thoughts, pictures, reactions, personalities that constantly, continuously interact, and we're in a constant, continuous defense and protection mode of this internal mind consciousness system reality. We're not doing any investigation, introspection, really sourcing, originating what it is that is going on within ourselves, how it is that we are living toward ourselves and our world and our reality. It's just always becoming suppression, the denial, the ignorance, blinding, of self-responsibility and a constant, continuous defense, protection of what we perceive ourselves to be and experience as thoughts and energy. So, in walking the conscious, subconscious, and unconscious mind in process, one can have a look at these various states of interaction with people, and it mostly comes out with people, because people, external manifestations of people, are internal representations of parts of ourselves, also represented as people that we have not yet dealt with, looked at, sorted out, or come to terms with. I mean, we'll do some interviews as well on what are reactions exactly, how do they manifest, and also this whole dynamics about how external people represent internal parts of people within ourselves. And so as we walk the conscious, subconscious, and unconscious mind interplay and interactions and dynamics, you'll be able to have a look at with people, because like as you'll walk through an interaction or experience or a moment with a person, you'll see all three mind states emerge simultaneously, obviously dependent on your self-stability, your self-awareness, your self-hearness, so to speak, within the physical. You'll be within that point of self-honesty that you also develop through self-forgiveness. Clearly see these changes that happen while you're interacting with people. You'll first see the thoughts come up, and this is, if you really slow yourself down with breathing, you'll see how it starts with thoughts, goes to internal backchat and reactions, and then to physical change behavior. We think it's all happening simultaneously at the same time, so fast, but actually it's an actual gradual process that happens in the mind. And if you really breathe and slow yourself down here and observe yourself, you'll see how it all like starts and progress. And then from the physical thoughts that manifest, where you change your behavior, whether you start becoming like bombastic, meaning you even make your voice louder, you change your smile, you change how you use your hands, how you move your shoulders, your hips, your feet, your legs, your stance. I mean, you will, in that slowing down, see how pictures come up from your unconscious mind to like activate a change in behavior together with a physical experience. So your unconscious mind behavioral changes happen through an idea that comes up, like, okay, if I behave like this, I might get that reaction. And then that's how the unconscious mind direct, control, or influence you to change your behavior. And it's always in relation to behavior. And with that behavior, obviously, comes the whole experience of what it is you're trying to exert onto or towards that person. And then when you get to your unconscious mind thought manifestations, you actually then possess yourself with the mind itself, where you change you, and then you're changed. And that's how, from your conscious, subconscious, and unconscious mind, you are changed by your mind in relation to a person. So with unconscious mind manifestations, where you see your body is changing, so let's say you're walking this process and you're coming to a point of interaction with people and you're seeing, oh my God, what am I doing? You see how you've suddenly changed personality, where you're more expressive or outgoing and loud, where usually you're more just comfortable here and content with just yourself. Then it's like, okay, now you know you've already gone through your conscious and subconscious mind possession. Now you're in the unconscious mind possession. So it's going to experience or feel difficult to change your physical in that moment, because it's going to feel like hard and uncomfortable, and it's going to feel like there's like the system really moving in your body, like trying to hold you in that physical position. In those situations, what is effective is to breathe. So as you're breathing, you'll feel that you'll become more comfortable in your body. So if you can just then stand in one comfortable position and just breathe yourself back into your body, and you'll start feeling you actually moving back into your body itself. You'll become more softer, comfortable. You'll feel the flesh of your body. Your shoulder behind your neck might start feeling going tight as well. That's the unconscious system trying to maintain control of this behavioral stance that you've now entered. You might even experience pain still after that because you've gone through a whole process of possession. And the only way to assertively walk through this is through writing, meaning go back to the starting point. What thoughts triggered your interaction, change, and physical experience towards that person or people? And if you're specific and just stick to the point in your writing, meaning only look within the context of what it is you faced. Is it a person? Was it the people? What thoughts first came up? What was the back chat? The reactions that emerged? And then observe how did you change your behavior, so that when the next time comes, you now have a basic blueprint of the system that you become from a conscious, subconscious, and unconscious mind perspective, and can thus then prepare yourself to assert yourself, to already have flag points for yourself of when it is that you are accepting and allowing yourself to go into the mind instead of interacting here. And as you walk your process, just as a last point to mention, from the conscious, subconscious, and unconscious mind, remember, we've only in these interviews shared but one point within each and every single mind layer or manifestation. There are multiple dimensions to each mind. However, what we have discussed is the basic thought manifestations and how they emerge within the conscious, subconscious, and unconscious mind, just to give you a perspective of what it is that you will initially face within your process. These are the most prominent thought manifestation constructions that you'll be experiencing as you're walking through your process in facing yourself as your mind and others and your environment and the world. And within that we have the Destiny ITD forum, where there are many beings that have and are walking their process as we have laid out here within these interviews, and are more than welcome to, as you're walking and you're having questions or experiences or uncertainties, to please ask. And the support and assistance is available. Thank you.